going on, you guys? So it's been a lot of fake news in the boxing community. I kind of regret doing the last video I did, even though I felt it was a pretty good video. That's why I speak hypothetically a lot of the times. But that last video with Floyd Mayweather taking a date was some bullshit. It was cap. According to Leonard Ellaby, it was all bullshit. But Mike Coppinger seems to know more than Leonard Ellaby do about his situation. It's kind of crazy, but the whole rumor itself, where is it at? Like, they're going back and forth with shit over Twitter. And this dude is literally telling the guy that runs Mayweather Promotions what's going on and shit. Like, did Mike Cop really stoop that low? Is he that mad at PBC from cutting him loose? I'm not sure. But he's spreading out fake news. You know, there's a lot of bullshit going on in the boxing community, man. A lot of bullshit. A lot of people, upset about Jake Paul. We gonna talk about this Jake Paul shit too. I'm gonna see what you guys think about the whole Jake Paul situation. Is he good or bad for boxing? Also, Jamal Charlo comes out and says that it's all cap, that he's not training with Mark Breland. Him and Ronnie Shields are just really good friends. It was just a picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been, I don't know. I don't know what to really make of any of the shit that we've been hearing lately. And we also still haven't heard as to who is Terrence Crawford is going to be fighting. Still don't got no word on that either. A lot of bullshit, man. Hit that like button for your boy. What's going on, Stevie B. Anderson? Yeah, it was some cap, man. It was a bunch of bullshit. It seemed like it would be something like Floyd would do, but I guess it's not. He gonna let them boys have their day. I guess we just gotta wait. When we hear news like that, we gotta wait to hear from Floyd himself. You know what I'm saying? We can't just jump the gun with guys like Mike Coppinger, who seems to be going off on the deep end. He used to be a guy that people kind of look to for really inside news, a credible source. But lately, he's just been kind of just throwing out anything. So we got to kind of pick and choose on what we really want to believe. But Floyd ain't fighting June 5th, according to Leonard Ellaby. That's not what's going on. I also just seen, as I was waiting for the show to start, Blue Blood was talking about Floyd and AB fighting on the same card or something like that. I'm thinking, where did you hear this at? Now, we all know Adrian Broner has a social media presence, and anything like that, he'll come out and say it. Floyd to say it. I mean, that's something that I don't know where he heard that shit from. These people would just be making up anything. He said, what did Floyd Ballhead ass do this time? I guess Floyd didn't do nothing, man. He didn't do nothing this time. It's just a bunch of fake news. It's a bunch of fake news out there. We just got to take things with a grain of salt when we hear it. Unless we hear it from Floyd himself, I wouldn't really put too much into it. Mike Coppinger has now, he kind of messed up the athletics reputation. I want to really look to them for credible news at this point. Tavares Washington said LDBC will love that, huh? Will love what? Oh, that if Floyd was fighting on June 5th? I mean, even if Floyd was to be fighting on June 5th, if Crawford's really supposed to be allegedly fighting in the Middle East, it really wouldn't affect him unless they were fighting early morning over there. You know what I'm saying? But if they're fighting like at 8 o'clock over there in the UAE, then it wouldn't really affect him because it's a big time zone difference. That's like the afternoon over here. You know what I'm saying? So that was just cap. That's cap. He'll really mess up Tiafimo, though. He'll really affect Tiafimo if he was to, had that fight that day. But it's not happening. But Mike Coventry said yes, it is. So that was the funny thing about it. You know what I'm saying? He said it's not happening. Mike said yes, it is. Like how you gonna tell this dude? How you gonna tell this dude that his shit ain't? You know, he said they hate on Bud so much. What they been saying about Bud now, man? You know what I'm saying? They guys out here looking like a blade. So, you know, they go find any way to make Bud look bad when he ain't been doing nothing but sitting in the gym. We're just waiting on an announcement as to who is Terrence Crawford fighting. That's it. I don't know if it's Sean Porter. He been on this podcast too much for me to think that he got a fight with Crawford coming up. Let's just be honest. Crawford's he's like in camp and shit. And Sean Porter, he's been on his podcast, The Porter Way. I don't think it's him. It might be Keith. Might be Keith on some like low shit. I don't know. I don't know who it is, man. They need to announce that shit though. I just don't see them having two Americans fighting over there in the Middle East when shit starts to open up back here. I don't really see that, that happening. I don't see that happening at all. But yeah, so Charlo ain't training with Mark Breland. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who did I see that from? They said, "Welcome to the Lions Den." I think that's Charlo himself actually posted that shit. Yeah. I think Charlo himself actually said, "Welcome to the Lions Den." So that gave people the impression that Mike Breland joined the team as like a, second man or something. So I got to go back and look at that original post, but I believe it was from Charlo. And he said, "Welcome to the Lions Den." And people kind of misunderstood it for him being a trainer for Charlo now. I don't know what the fucking Charlos be doing. But I know Jermell Charlo, he was kind of caping for Jake Paul. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Jake Paul. One enemy kind of respects it that this kid is really, training and getting in the ring and throwing hands. I respect that. But on the other end, it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just want to see him get his ass kicked. He's doing a good job at that. He's doing a good job of making you want to see him get his ass beat. Salute Mark Chilambo's in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Tavares Washington, legend of all sheep, Mr. Anderson. Hit that like button for your boy so we can get this show started. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that guy. He could be either a good thing for boxing or he could be a bad thing for boxing. But see, what boxing really, really needed, and let's just be real here. Okay, I ain't offending nobody. Don't come at me with the soft shit. But boxing needed a white American. You know what I'm saying? A white American. This dude got a lot of buzz, a lot of pull. He's talking shit, and he's fucking like stopping people. The casual fans don't even care who these people are. They just see him stopping people. He's talking shit. He's flashing his money. He's using somewhat of the Mayweather blueprint, just like Conor McGregor did, and it's gonna work for him. In this guy's third fight, he made more than most. Man, come on. So if I was a fighter, I'll feel a certain type of way about it. I'll feel a certain type of way about it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. You know, he could be either a good thing or a bad thing for boxing. He could bring a lot of casual eyes to the sport. People that's not may necessarily be into boxing. So he could do that, but then he's kind of making it look like he could just get up in there and just whoop any old fighter. Like it's kind of crazy. I wonder if they'll match him up with the right guy though. Him and Tyron Woodley been going at it. It seems like something may happen from that, but I don't think Jake Paul really wants those problems. Hey, you ain't lying about that, Mark. You ain't lying about that. He has a crazy following, bro. Without boxing, he could play tennis. You ain't lying. He brought his YouTube audience to boxing. They following him to boxing. Then they see this white guy from America talking shit. He got the gloves on. He's braggadocious. He's gonna get a lot of motherfuckers hype. He's gonna get a lot of motherfuckers hurt. But it's only gonna take one situation for him to get in there with the right guy. Maybe a Nate Diaz, maybe a Tyron Woodley. He's gonna get his fucking brain splattered. Because beating up a Ben Askren is one thing. I thought Ben Askren was gonna come up in there and take it seriously. He went up in there, got paid, and went home. And it's like almost like nothing ever happened for him. He has no significance on that fight. He don't care at all. He don't care at all. He got paid more than he ever did in his MMA career. You know what I'm saying? For one fight, fucking around with Triller and Jake Paul. So Jake Paul essentially is gonna turn himself into like a cash cow in boxing if he keeps moving a certain way. Now, if he hops in there with somebody for real and gets fucked up, then there goes the golden goose. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't know. One end of me kind of respects it. I like Logan more. I think he's the cool dude. But I gotta respect it. He's training. He's putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? He's training around real fighters. He's putting himself into that lifestyle, and it's really working for him. I think a lot of these boxers need to take notes, man. Take notes from Jake Paul. Come out of your comfort zone. You may have to, because boxing needs shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not even the MMA fighters come up in there and make that kind of money. Just bullshitting. Boxers can. But we ain't got no boxers that know how to fucking move the needle. Not like that. Yeah, it was a sideshow, man. It was a bullshit and it was a sideshow. But I got a lot of people's attention, Mr. Anderson. I got a lot of people's attention. They don't care about the best fighting the best or none of that. They just want to see somebody get knocked out. They just want to see a storyline. They want to see controversy. They want to see trash talk. Then they want to see a fight. They didn't care how it looked. They didn't care if it was sloppy. They just wanted to see somebody get punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? And it all came from this dude's social media following. He said aiming at June 5th is a collective PBC move. When all else fails, here comes Mayweather. I don't think they fight on June 5th, bro. I think that was all cap. I think that was all cap, Mark. I don't think he's fighting June 5th. I think they'll wait. Because let's be honest. Floyd can fight any fucking day he wants, bro. Why would you pick the day when Terrence Crawford supposed to be fighting? A guy that you likely wanted to come over there on y'all team. You know, so why would you step on his toes? Why would you step on Lil Tio's toes? Now he may stick it to Tio a little bit, but I don't think Floyd's that petty. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it would be a Floyd move because Pacquiao's involved. You know what I'm saying? Because he got that still little thing with Pacquiao going on. It's subtle, but it's still there. But nah, he ain't fighting June 5th, man. It was all cap. I hate I even came out with that last video. So please disregard that. But there's been a lot of fake news in boxing. You know, and we still waiting to see who Terrence Crawford is fighting. Actually, we heard that news early this month. Probably late last month. And we still waiting on some news. I wonder what's really the holdup. I wonder what's taking so long. Maybe the fight is already done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's already done, signed, sealed, and they just waiting to get the little bullshit out the way. You know what I'm saying? Before they officially announce it. But we haven't heard anything really since. All we know is Bud's been training. And Pacquiao's, looking like he's getting into camp. So I still think June 5th would be kind of a fight like that. I don't know how many weeks is it left. Like what, 6, 5, some shit. Like come on, like he better not be fighting Mr. Mahu. I tell you that. You say he's all ego. You said Jake Paul is all ego. Yeah, he is. He's a cocky motherfucker, and he's like that in real life too. They say he's like that, like all for real. Like he's not put on a show. Oh, what's that? What's that, good fella? What happened? Good fella. Salute to Good Fella Sports TV, man. Go subscribe to the good fella, man. He's a good fella. He says Pacquiao scared. Hold up, man. What happened? Enlighten us in the chat real quick, man. What happened? What I mean, tell me he got cold feet at the last minute. Crawford is a dangerous fight. We all knew that. They haven't decided on Joshua Fury yet. Pacquiao Crawford is happening, but there are network issues. Oh yeah? Like what you mean network issues? You know what I'm saying? And Joshua Fury, man, we've been hearing about that like every other week, man. We don't know what's going on. Goodfella Sports TV says he ain't signed a contract yet. So he's saying that Pacquiao didn't sign a contract yet. What? I wonder what he waiting on. Is he well, I guess you say he's scared. I mean, Crawford is a dangerous fighter, man. Let's just be honest. The fans can talk shit if they want to, but these fighters know what's up. That's why Pacquiao wants to make sure he gets well compensated from hopping his old ass in the ring with a guy like Terrence Crawford. He wants to get paid for that. Because they know that dude don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? So if that's something like that's the hold up, then he may as well hop on Sean Porter. Might as well hop on Sean Porter then. Because Pacquiao really wasting time if that's really, true. You know what I'm saying? Mark Chalambos, he says the contract is still being negotiated. So, oh, okay. I mean, I don't, Goodfella says he ain't mad at him. I mean, I can see, and Mr. Anderson says, I told you it was April Fool's. Man, hell no. I don't think it was April Fool's, man. I think it was, I don't know. Goodfella says Pacquiao scared. Mark Chilambo says the contract is still being negotiated and that COVID-19 is increasing that area. Oh. I don't know, man. I really hope the fight happens. Shit. But I think at this point, it's going to have to either be Pacquiao, Porter, or Thurman. I mean, anybody outside of that, it's going to be really bad for Crawford. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be really bad for him. The Errol Spence shit, that ship is sailed. He's on the couch hanging out with old boy. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with old boy. They got mad at us for talking about that shit, man. I didn't get to go live and speak on that. I didn't want to speak on it too much because people they super sensitive about that shit, man. That's just like if any athlete or anybody do some whatever. People go talk about the shit. They go roast. They go have their memes. But no, we can't do that with Mr. Spence, our Lord and Savior, thou Holy One. We can't do that with him at all. You must shut up and you must abide by the rules. You can't say nothing about Errol Spence. That's just how it goes. What's up? Salute to Saul Gutierrez in the building, man. Salute, bro. Yeah, we just shooting the shit right now. But Floyd allegedly is not fighting June 5th. My commenter said, yes, he is. That shit was funny. He literally told Buddy, yes, he is, man. He said he is aiming at a certain demographic. Yeah, I don't know, man. Y'all got me thinking because Mark says one thing, but then Goodfella says a whole other thing. So it's like, okay, y'all saying two totally different, opposite things. I think y'all need to hop on a live and go ahead and debate. I'm just bullshit. But I mean, I can see Pacquiao getting cold feet. I can see that. Terrence Crawford is a tough night out. I don't care what nobody say. And I can also see it still being a situation to where they having problems over there in that location. So he said, "Don't care about who Mayweather fight. Easy road promotions." So you hate Floyd, huh? Yeah, I don't hate Floyd at all. I see what he be doing. I see the game that he plays. You know, I would rather for him to have fighting Jake Paul, honestly. Logan Paul's the night. He the cool dude. He the cool brother. But Jake Paul, he's the asshole. I would want to see Floyd fight him. But then again, the kid got a nice little overhand right going. I ain't gonna lie to you. He got a nice little overhand going. You know what I'm saying? Jake Ben Askren almost did a fucking cartwheel and shit. He almost did a cartwheel, man. Come on, man. Like that's ah, I don't know. As a fighter, that's got to be a bad look for fighters that you let a dude that get pretty much get off the couch and come fuck you up. Salute to King David in the building, bro. Salute. Yeah, man, we just shooting the shit right now. According to Blue Blood, AB is fighting on Floyd's card. Like, where are these people hearing this news, bro? Like, where did you hear that Floyd is fighting June 5th? And where did you hear that Floyd is fighting on the undercard? Where did you hear that? Where did you hear that? I don't think Floyd will want to risk that. AB might stink up the place. Y'all know I'm an AB fan. But AB haven't been looking good in the ring. He might stink up the place. I don't think Floyd wants to do that. He says, "Don't hey, he kind of look ball. Don't fight in the real in their prime boxers." Oh, you talking about Floyd? I mean, Floyd just doing what Floyd do, man. I mean, he put in the work. He's been boxing his whole life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's almost like you working at a job, bro. You working at a job your whole life. Towards the end, you want to live and do what you want to do. I put in the work early. I already did that already. Just the same thing with boxing, bro. Floyd just chilling. He's like a retirement and having play fights. I mean, I can't really get mad at Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like he's the guy that had the golden path like Canelo Alvarez fighting Floyd Mayweather at 23 years old. Oh, Mike Colombo says, I've been talking about Pacquiao versus Crawford since I heard about from a Dubai friend last summer. Mm. So they talking about it over there, huh? Black Wolverine, salute. Salute to Black Logan. He says Blue Blood is a known liar. Oh, shit. Oh man, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. We all used to fuck with Blue Blood too. I'm sure most of us here. You know what I'm saying? But I just start noticing the bullshit, man. It's not personal. It's just a lot of bullshit. Like, and it's almost like it's like he's a robot. He says Reed Kennedy says Pacquiao fights Crawford the same day Mayweather fights Logan Paul. You gotta give. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's happening on the same day though, bro. I mean, Leonard Ellerby came out and said it's not true. So, I mean, I guess unless you hear from one of them, Floyd or Leonard, then I wouldn't really believe it. Mike Coppinger is a guy that we kind of listen to for boxing news. He's like an insider guy, but lately he seemed like he ain't been doing right by boxing. If you're a guy that has real inside news, you got to give us. If you gonna give us some news, give us the real. Don't make up some shit, bro. Just because you got beef with a certain outfit, just because they cut you loose. Don't do that. You spread out bad news. Shit like news like that with Floyd Mayweather and guys like look, bro, that shit spread like wildfire, and it really did. It had me doing a video. It had all the other guys doing videos and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Mike Coppinger is a guy that people look to. He's an insider guy. Oh, oh, okay. I see what Goodfella says here. He says Mark Breland apologizes to Wilder, huh? I gotta see that. Y'all heard about that? Mark Breland apologizing to Wilder. They may be working together again. I seen some what Tay Jones said. I know y'all don't like Wilder, but I seen some what Tay Jones said that they back training again or something. I'm like, who is they? I'm sick of these guys and these cryptic like they. Who is they? Is it him and Mark back cool again? So you said AB left PBC. Nah, AB didn't leave PBC. He's talking about fighting, flirting with other companies. AB he has a loyalty type deal. So he's I think he's only there with Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman due to a handshake. Like a handshake like agreement, just straight loyalty. You know how us Midwest guys get down. We loyal. But then AB, if he may have to do what he got to do. I think Triller be a good spot for AB. He got the fool and shit. It's the perfect platform for Adrian Broner. Only if Adrian Broner has some heat in his hands, he'll be the biggest star on Triller. You know what I'm saying? If he has some heat in his hands still. Unfortunately, he don't have that heat in his hands no more. He can't even let him go. What's good, Ronnie Boy Fresh, man? Salute, bro. We just shooting the shit. Allegedly, Floyd's not fighting June 5th now. You know what I'm saying? That was just all cap from Mike Kopp. He's telling Leonard, yes, he is and shit, man. But I seen the boy Goodfella about to go live, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I just hopped on here real quick just to see, honestly, if I could go live. I got in trouble with YouTube, and I thought they just go. They gave me a really, really hard warning and a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? They gave me a really hard warning, so I'm gonna be on my best behavior for a little minute. But I didn't even know if I can go live or not. So apparently I can. So that's cool. But ain't shit happening, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to come out here and just make up some shit, for views and likes. I'm not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably go work on a project or something. Yeah, AB. He says AB can't leave. Al owes it for the many fight. I think Al's holding that money so AB won't do nothing stupid. You know what I'm saying? I think he's holding that money so AB won't go broke. And that's the smart thing to do. Mark Chalamba says, Goodfellas said Mark Breland isn't with Charlo. Yeah, he ain't. Charlo said it, came out and said it himself. That's why I'm saying it's fake news in the boxing community. Now, I swear, when I seen the Mark Breland thing, I mean, Charlo said himself, I believe it was Charlo that said it on his post, welcome to the Lions Den or some shit. So a lot of people, you think that, oh, okay, Mark must be training with them now. But he said it's fake news. That's not what it is, Wilder. You know. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We still don't know what's going on with Deontay Wilder. I'm expecting to hear something by Mato. That's what I'm hearing. Um, I heard he's already training. He's back training, and yeah, I mean, other than that, we don't know what's going on with Deontay Wilder. We don't know what's going on with Fury AJ for real. We don't know what's going on with Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on at all in boxing. We don't know what's going on with Crawford Pacquiao. We don't know if Pacquiao's scared. We don't know if it's a situation to where they have problems over there. We don't know if he's even fighting Pacquiao at all. There's no real certainty except for the Showtime little layout that we got last week. That was real nice. What else we had? We had a little card earlier this week. I missed it. It's like on a Tuesday. I think they should start doing that again. Tuesday night fights and shit. You know what I'm saying? Have some of these prospect guys fight on Tuesday. People don't be doing shit on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? They'll love to watch some boxing on a fucking Tuesday. Good D Luckett. Salute to my man D Luckett, man. Always holding your boy down. Oh, wait. He says there's a good fight this week, Berlanga versus Nicholson. Oh. Now, let me ask you, Mark, does Nicholson stand a chance against Berlanga, who has a lot of momentum right now? You know, does this guy Nicholson have a chance? I think my homeboy is telling me about this dude. He says, so Gutierrez says, we know what's going on with Sweet. Man, that was cringe, bro. That shit was cringe, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even hate Spence at all. But that was just cringe. Like, bro, that wasn't a good look, man. But he's lucky. Because if this was like the early, like, I say 20, I say from like 20, I say 208, 2008 on back. Oh, man. Oh, my God. It would have been over for him. Robert Navarro, salute, bro. He says, "What about PBC at Fox?" I don't. I'm hearing that, but I'm not sure how true that is. Now we have seen, we hearing a lot about Showtime. You know what I'm saying? Even with the little rumor of Floyd fighting Logan Paul, it's gonna be Showtime pay per view. You know what I'm saying? Not Fox. Even though Floyd always been with Showtime, I don't know. We have, Errol Spence did come out and say, "Wait till Fox release their list." So we don't really know what's going on in boxing. What's the holdup? UFC's been going. You know what I'm saying? UFC going. And I'm definitely watching that Kamaru Usman, Jorge Masvidal this weekend. I absolutely have to watch that fight. Oh, man, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. See, and they keeping that train going, man. He says, yes, Nicholson has a different trainer who helped him with his boxing IQ. I won't be surprised if it goes this. I'm definitely going to be looking for that. Definitely going to be looking for that. Because I need to see Edgar Berlanga tested, bro. I need to see him in there with somebody that's not going to be deterred by his power, his presence, none of that. I need to see somebody that's going to actually come out there and beat him, make him miss, make him pay. Because if Edgar Berlanga is a fighter that can't make adjustments, it's going to be over for him. It's going to be over for him. We don't even know if the guy can really take a punch for real. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how he react when he really gets hit. Some dudes show huge reactions when they get hit. We don't know how he reacts when he get hit. I don't even know if I seen that guy get hit for real. Like when we seen Jerron get hit by Sergey, man, he ate that shit like it was a cake, bro. He ate that shit. Even though he was the smaller man, that was a good shot. He ate it just like it didn't even do nothing. So he could take punches well. He don't overreact like Teofimo Lopez from getting punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? Head always jumping back. Salute to my man, Bro Horse. Yeah, man, you just missed it. We were just talking about your boy Spence. Rebel Life Boxing, salute, man. Y'all go subscribe to my man, Rebel Life Boxing. He said, there's nobody at 168 who could test him besides David Benavidez, in my opinion. We go see, man. According to my man, Mark, he says that this Nicholson guy could give Berlanga a challenge. So we go see. I also heard that Castillo Clayton was looking to get some smoke with Jerron Ennis, but Jerron Ennis, they looking at the top now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would have been that's a I don't know if Castillo Clayton could beat Ennis. I think Castillo Clayton is an underrated fighter, but I don't know. And I don't blame Ennis if they're not looking really back right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Castillo Clayton could fuck some shit up. He could potentially make him kind of look bad. You want to at this point for Ennis, they want him to always look good now. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys like Spence and you gonna have to give them a reason to fight you. At this point, you're good. You got a skill. You're big. You're fast. You got everything going for you. You got to give them a reason to fight you. You know what I'm saying? He's not the trash talker. He's not going to go out there disrespecting nobody. So he's not about to disrespect these guys. So he got to do other things to get a fight with Spence. You know what I'm saying? Unless he get mandated. Salute H Money Boxing in the building. Y'all go subscribe to H Money in the building. You know what I'm saying? Salute to H Money. Hey, Rebel Life Boxing, you ain't lying. I saw that. I saw that when Erickson Lubin was giving him issues, bro. So we go see, man. We go see what Edgar Berlanga's about. So far, he's been in there with people he could just run over, and he's made it look relatively easy. These guys he could just push over. I need to see him get hit in the fucking mouth. That's what I need to see from any of these guys that's kind of unproven. I need to see you get hit in the mouth. I need to see you fall down, any of that type of shit. I need to see you deal with some type of trouble. And then once I see you deal with adversity, then I'm like, okay. Because anybody can look good, you know what I'm saying? Long, you know what I'm saying? But when you dealing with some trouble, how do you handle that? So that's what I need to see from Edgar Berlanga. I need to see him have some trouble. I need to see him deal with some adversity. I need to see if he can make adjustments. I need to see if he can adapt. Yeah, I know he's strong. Yeah, I know he got power. Yeah, I know he's pretty quick. All them boxers quick and all of them strong. But I need to see him get hit in the fucking mouth. But yeah, it's just been a lot of fake news, you guys. Yeah, the fake news, H Money. Um, according to Leonard Ellaby and Floyd, that fight is not. They're not fighting June 5th. Mike Hoppinger telling them, yes, it is. Like it's crazy, right? And Jamal Charlo says that Mark Breland is not his trainer. Is that him and Ronnie Shields are just friends, and they were just taking a picture. So that's the fake news. Also, I seen something where AB is going to be on Floyd's undercard from Blue Blood. I'll just say that. It's from Blue Blood. So we got to kind of take that with a grain of salt. Hell. Hey, you know what, Mark? That might be the play. That might be the case. Ennis may have to fight that guy in an eliminator fight. They may make an eliminator fight because I think he's been around the top of the IBF for a while now. So they may make him fight Ennis for the elimination to be the mandatory to fight Spence. But according to Boozy Ennis, they look at the fight for a world title by the end of this year or early next year. So they may already have something lined up. I got that from my boy YSM Sports Media. They got all the Jerron Ennis, Boozy Ennis, all that info is over there, my man. YSM Sports Media channel. Go check him out and go subscribe to him. He be on here with me, so y'all know who he is. But that's the play right there, Mark. They may do that. He may fight an eliminator, because Ennis likes to stay busy. He had an easy night against Lipinets, so he'll probably be back in the ring whenever they can find a way to put him on the card somewhere. Hey, you ain't lying, H Money. I mean, let all the bull, all the shit aside, the sus shit that we seen from him, all that aside, right? We in a different time. That stuff back when I was growing up, it wasn't accepted like that. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't accepted like that. If you were around my age, that wasn't really acceptable. You know what I'm saying? From an alpha male, a man, that wasn't really, But in this time, it's different. And all that aside, every time we see Buddy, he's under the fucking influence, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every time we see him, he seems like he's under the influence. And that's a problem. Forget all the other stuff, his personal stuff. The him not really taking care of himself is one of the main things people should be concerned about. He still be under the influence. He had to have been under the influence to be doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And then when you got guys like Jerron Ennis and Terrence Crawford on your heels, how could you ever expect to compete with shit like that? Them guys are fighting machines. Kumite fighters. You know what I'm saying? They don't do none of that extra shit. They boring guys. They don't do none of that extra shit. Just fighting machines. How could you compete with that when you're out here getting slapped with your mans? doing probably getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, how could you compete with that? It just doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna let my man Goodfella get his time. And, see he's getting on. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I gotta make dinner for the kids. I appreciate you guys for stopping in and hollering at your boy. I just had a few things we had to talk about. Some of the fake news we've been hearing. We don't know what to believe in the boxing community. A lot of crazy shit, man. But with that, I'm out of here, man. Hit that like button for your boy on the way out. Peace.